Cek cek cek. Cek cek. Halo guys, oke guys. Hari ini mencoba untuk push rank kembali. Tapi maaf ya, ini off cam karena kameranya tadi baru dipakai. Kita lanjut saja. Bismillah, semoga bisa menambah divisi lagi ke atasnya. Oke guys, kita bermain lagi. Maaf ini off cam dikarenakan tadi kameranya baru dipakai ini sama orang lain. Next kita on cam lagi.
A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. This easily... Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, brilliant! The captain has surely won it!
Well, from our impartial perch, you couldn't ask for a more spectacular start to a game. And with the skipper responsible too, it just lends the moment a bit more oomph. And let's hope it carries on in a similar vein.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. And he was quick to react. Bastoni cuts it out. Nicely spread. Played back in. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
That pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Decent hit! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Skriniar gets a foot in here. Son Heung-min. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's there to belt it away. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's onside. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's in plenty of space here. Now it's Mbappe. He's through here. Can he put it away? He has done it! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And it's Drogba.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And the finish! Well, there's the clearance. And he's only too happy to take that back. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, smashing header! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight.
Awal-awal selalu begini nih, dapat lawan
They
yang seperti
simply
ini
do
kan nggak
not
tahu
know
nanti
what has hit them.
ke belakangnya mungkin
Well,
lawannya
we've seen the
semakin
hunger
berat,
to win it back and the
malah
focus to
bisa
make it
kalah
count.
terus ini
A
aku.
very tasty combination.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Chelsea find a position of real strength now.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Hakimi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Has a look and plays it forward. That looks a cracking ball. He's found a way through. So big chance! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Palmer. No, that's been intercepted. Bellingham. That's played into space. Hernandez makes the interception. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's picked out the run. Well read. And the danger is averted. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Chelsea looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Mbappe! That's another chance!
Kocak, gak gol.
Arsenal just getting a reminder what it is like to be under siege.
Yeah, clumsiness could have cost them there. They can tidy that up.
Tuh kan malah kebobol.
Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
Lawannya ngepur ini. Sepertinya
So,
ngepur
just the
ini.
consolation, or is there a way back from here? And he's He's cleared it out of harm's way.
There will be 3 minutes added
That's been
time.
cut out, well played. Roberto Carlos. Cristiano Ronaldo. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Cross flung in towards the middle. And he's taking no chances there. And he's has a goal! Ooh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Fantastic excitement towards the end of the half there, and a last-minute chance that really should have been converted.
And now, please
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
But it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. Chelsea head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. So off we go once more. Mbappe. Cantona. And he's got the beating of his man. It's Drogba! Oh, he's been caught. In he goes again.
Kan
It's
lawannya
in.
ngepur ini.
The second half sparked straight into life. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Arsenal get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
And he's intervened well there. Musiala. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, Red, nice interception. No way through. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's there to get it away. Now it's Mbappe. Skriniar. Roberto Carlos. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, that's a key
The
interception.
attendance for this match was
Otto.
71,898.
Almost an hour gone. Well, we expected better, and so did he. It's a pretty loose pass. Chance to finish. What a hit! What a hit! A rocket anthem! That is a gem! An absolute
Alhamdulillah.
After
Berlebar.
63
two-goal
minutes,
person, and it's
Number
looking
six.
safe.
Bellingham. Bellingham.
Chelsea 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Bellingham.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Coming on to replace
Mbappe
him
is the guilty
number
party there.
4, Ronaldinho. Substitution on the field. Number 9.
Chelsea making consecutive
Mbappe.
changes here.
Number 11. Son Heung-min. Number
Chelsea
7.
are making a
Cristiano
change.
Ronaldo.
After this, just one
Coming on the
opportunity to do
field,
so.
Number 13.
Haaland!
Haaland.
Oh,
Number
surely that
22.
deserved better.
João
Haaland
Felix.
deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
That has been cut short. Now it's Bellingham, and it's Beckham. Cantona. Hernandez. Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. No, it's not getting there. Haaland. Hakimi cuts out the pass.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ronaldinho. Upamecano gets across to intercept that. Not the most accurate pass. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Otto kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Beckham chips it through. And he's quick to snatch it back. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Oh, great play! Haaland looking sharp there. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. He can get that clear. Haaland. That has ended up in no man's land. Ronaldinho. So what can they make of this? He's picked his way through. Real chance! And he hits the net. And surely that settles it.
The goal scorer.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Erling Haaland. Substitution on the field. Number 23, Beckham. Coming on the field is number 14.
Ini menyerah lawannya. Kocak.
Chelsea can do it here. 90 minutes away from reaching their target. It is the sort of opportunity they would certainly have settled for if offered it on day one. That was then, this is the here and now. Can they meet their ambitions, their aspirations? Well, this place really is impressive. High-tech, modern, and right up there amongst the very best of Brazil's stadium. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Chelsea cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. That pass has been well intercepted. Olise! Olise! Oh, just wide.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
He could be in here. Skriniar gets good distance on it. Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Pass is just off target. Cleared without complication. Driving forward, spread out to the left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Keeper's ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! They've got to be quick to recover this. Nicely aimed pass. That has been cut short. Oh, good ball! And he's had it nicked away. Kagawa. No goals as yet. Kagawa. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Musiala. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Ball's gone out of play. Mbappe chasing after it. And he was alert to it. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Upamecano, Peter, is well versed in the art of gegenpressing and quick counters, having been brought through a system that excels in both disciplines. If he's able to...
Musiala!
Musiala
Belter! He's got himself
mencetak gol
an
dari luar
absolute
kotak bilang.
peach. There is your perfect party piece. It is what they called for. It is what they have been yearning for.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Pedri.
Dapat
30 minutes gone. Played back in. Brilliantly cut out. Olise.
Spezia really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing.
Big undershot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, and again! And a terrific save from the keeper.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And the header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kagawa. Now it's Mbappe. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And a header! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
He has found a way through.
Wait.
It's one! And he hits the net! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that will make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
Well,
What
was
the-
he ever going to
Did it
miss
become-
that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, I really can't.
And the shot! Spezia! Goal! And the comeback is complete! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Spezia go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's intervened well there. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Teremos
Sharp
3
little ball
minutos de
here.
acréscimo.
Oh, great chance! Kagawa. Szoboszlai. Elise. Alexander-Arnold looking to hit the byline here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent.
Son Heung-min! Looking for the runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Szoboszlai, and that could set him on his way. He's found the way through. And he's only too happy to take that. Has a look and has a go. Good strike, quite an alarm. Kagawa. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Musiala. Mbappe. No, that's been intercepted. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on, and he was quick to react. Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Mbappe. He's through now. Mbappe! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Just about up to the hour
Público
now.
presente na partida de
Just
hoje.
eases him off the ball.
60.332 espectadores.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Skriniar kept his eye on it, and he's there. Elise. Well, that is one way to stop him. Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side. Oh, terrible pass. Musiala. Mbappe has created one goal already. Kagawa. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Odo. Beckham. That has been slung wide. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Pedri is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Szoboszlai. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Couldn't squeeze it through. Musiala. Skriniar spots it and intercepts. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chelsea have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 23. Camisa 13. Camisa 66. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 9. Camisa 14. Camisa 3. Substituição em andamento.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, it's pretty obvious they have to change their approach if they want this, and they do. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
You can get that clear. So their fourth quarter of the game. Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. Palmer. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Chelsea courageously chasing promotion and more pertinently still chasing the game. It's a situation that needs changing quickly.
Well, Peter, there's plenty of things they'll be annoyed about, but it doesn't change the fact that they have to get back on level terms. If it means Route 1, so be it. Spezia probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Oh, good-looking ball. It's a sharp pass. And that has been clubbed away. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Teremos 1
1
minuto de
minute to add
acréscimo.
according to the board. Neuer catches it safely. That's that, the end. Chelsea illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Senhoras e senhores, joguem
Well, after After all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin.
Ternyata efootbal itu susah-susah gampang ya.
Well, little question that this is the box office game at this level today. Thank you for joining us. You've made a very good choice. There's so much resting on the game. It should be a cracker. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation. 100,000 plus in unison. Has a goal! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
How important will this turn out to be? This is going to give them a lot more options now.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Pedri. Now it's Son Heung-min. He's been picked out. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's scored! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Chelsea are sitting pretty. 2-0. Great chance! And more, and more, and more!
Easy cuy.
A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's intervened well there. It's a throw-in. Otto. And that's cause for mild irritation. Fabinho. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos. And the finish! It's a goal! And again, they
Respect
simply
untuk
do
pemain
not know
Barcelona
what has
sendiri
hit
ini.
them.
Lawan Barcelona.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
En el minuto 16, el dorsal
Chelsea
14.
are having a ball here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Beckham. He's had it nicked away. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Beckham. Oh, good-looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely aimed pass. Pedri. Musiala. Now it's Son Heung-min. White. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cristiano Ronaldo, and the shot! Goal! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. Wednesday...
And Beckham! Oh, denied at the last.
Beckham knew immediately he didn't catch that to his liking, and his face was a picture of this.
Beckham! Oh, terrific save.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
There's the header! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
That pass isn't the best. Fabinho. And they win it back again. Rafinha. Now it's Neymar. Pedri. Well, that looks a decent ball. Beckham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good ball. Shots on here. Beckham. Beckham! No, it's wide.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
White. Mbappe. Oh, that's well spotted. Beckham. Musiala. De Vrij has given away a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Bastoni. Neymar. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Mbappe. Pedri has found the net here, of course. Fabinho. He's looking wide.
3
Skriniar.
minutos de descuento.
Yamal! Keeper always had the
dari
better of
musuh.
that. And this could be the final action of the first half. Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri looking to penetrate opposition lines. Looking for options for movement. Played back in. Look at the space here. Can he finish? It's there! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline empty. And we hit half-time. Well, what a half. For one, pretty much ideal. For the other, utterly dreadful. And we're only halfway through.
Yeah, I think the first half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return, and I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up,
Apakah
but it's certainly paid
musuhnya
off
ini
so far.
ngepur?
Chelsea have
Biasanya
continued
dari
without
tadi
fuss
dapat
to do their
lawan
thing.
yang seperti
They
ini
have impressed
pada ngebur
hugely
ya.
in the first 45
Tiba-tiba
minutes, and this
bisa
is the very
comeback.
least they deserve for their splendid endeavours. And we are back underway. Bastoni wins the duel this time. That's a sweet ball that. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back. As it turned out,
Tuh kan,
unsuccessful.
comeback
Real
menangnya.
chance! And he hits the net!
Ngepur nih lawannya.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Barcelona have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Otto charging forward down that flank. Pedri, he's going for goal! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Pedri most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Musiala. Now Otto. That is good alertness. Bastoni. De Bruyne. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That is a great pick out. He's got away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Cristiano Ronaldo. Mbappe. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Brought out the best in the keeper. This is their second corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And now a sudden chance to counter.
La asistencia a este partido
He's found a way through.
628 espectadores.
Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says
Cambio
goal
de
kick.
jugadores.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Joao Felix to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, but
Son Heung-min!
Yap.
He's put his foot right through that one.
it was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Nuno
18,
Mendes.
Messi.
Chelsea are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Great ball if he can get there.
Vinicius Junior.
And the ball is out of play. Fabinho picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Neymar.
Vinicius Junior.
Chelsea still have the cards to affect this game. Roberto Carlos. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Joao Felix. Just about up to 75 minutes. He's had a shot! They've scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Atau mampu sampai akhir nih. Kita lihat saja.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass...
Haaland!
Wah,
What
gol
a
nggak
hit!
teman-teman.
What a hit! A rocket anthem! That is a gem! An absolute gem! How many? Just how many? The golf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to...
Haaland! They've done it!
Haaland hat-trick 2 menit tercepat.
And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Janggalin nih.
Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Masuk.
Little doubt, that is a foul.
Biarin.
Well, that's a booking, always
Udah
looked it.
kalah banyak
Not the
kali
worst
nih.
challenge in the world, Peter, but this really isn't the time for it, is it? Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And it's Messi. Whistle's gone, that's foul. White. Messi. Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. And it's Messi.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Pinches it off him. Haaland. Kimmich. Out to the right. Haaland. And the pass is intercepted. Stefan de Vrij. And Mendes. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Nuno Mendes. It's going to be another throw. Nuno Mendes engages and forces him off the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Fabinho. Mbappe just eases him off the ball. And that
Ya
is
akhirnya
that.
lolos ke
A
divisi
statement
selanjutnya.
win on a crucial day, and now major tests await.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim? What a game, what a performance, and right when they needed it, Peter. How many teams have in the past got it so wrong on the day and took a long time to recover, or worse? I just think we should offer our congratulations.
Dapat lawan berat ini guys. Kekuatan kolektif dari lawannya 3147, menyambut menang 394, 50 sendiri nih space jaraknya. Gas saja, bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Chelsea can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And so a wonderful view of this most hallowed turf. A truly special feeling, no matter who is playing at Wembley. Wembley Stadium, connected by EE. Just joining us, we are already underway. Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. Otto made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Bastoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bellingham. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's had it taken off him. He's gone for goal! We expected better, and so did he. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's done very well to get to that.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Engages and forces him off the ball. Brilliantly cut out.
Del Piero will be relishing this game to showcase his many talents.
The guy's just class, isn't he?
I think the only way to stop him is to get players around him quickly. If there's any standing off, then he'll dish up some.
It's Bergkamp! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He's tried one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Bergkamp. Mbappe. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Stood up well to him there. Bellingham. That's played into space. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
That has been cut short. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Otto. Well read, nice interception. Fiddles it through. Otto is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look.
Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. Goal! Manchester United! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done.
Tries a shot! Loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Chelsea have their second corner now. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. into the middle. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt.
Just the goalkeeper's a bit... Big chance! And it's there! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Belletti. Del Piero delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is...
He's through, and Del Piero! Really well taken goal. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro. There's the shot! And he hits the net. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Chelsea grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a... And the whistle goes for half-time.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds. Substitution.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I'm sure the manager's talked the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, they've got it back in a hurry. De Bruyne. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, there's a probing ball. That is good alertness. Beckham. Pedri. Manchester United applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here...
Chance to finish! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Header! He will be livid with himself. Costa Curta. Otto makes the interception.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Del Piero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Del Piero. Oh, he's... Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
Number
fact.
11.
Manchester United are having a ball
Coming on
here.
the field, number 13.
Musiala.
Palmer.
Musiala
Number
going face to face with his great rival.
Musiala. Substitution in progress. The attendance for
Pedri.
this match was 98,004.
Chelsea do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And here's Del Piero. Gets a good foot in there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Floated up and over. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now that's well seen too. Beckham. And he cuts out the supply. Referee's given a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Cristiano
And he's managed to
Ronaldo.
gift it back.
Number 14, Pedri. Number 37, Milan Skriniar.
That's a poor throw that, picked
Coming
off
on the
with
field,
relative ease.
Number 5,
Ronaldinho. Haaland. Donnarumma, will they claim to
Number
that?
26, Kalidou Koulibaly. Substitutions taking
It's
place.
beyond the defence. Burn. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. It's smartly reclaimed. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Pinches it off him. Now it's Bellingham. Quality ball. Beckham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on.
Oh, what a mistake! Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
And it's Ronaldinho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Neymar. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That looks a cracking ball. Has a goal! It's a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Musiala. 5 minutes left on the clock. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That has been slung wide. No, he's just misjudged that one. Haaland. Nice big chance!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And he's had it nicked away. And it's Ronaldinho. And the number on the board is 3. Looking for options for movement. And he's been shifted off it. And that is as far as it goes. A tale of
Permainan
two
lagi ya
teams,
guys
one
ya.
irresistible,
Dilanjut
unstoppable,
besok lagi.
the other fragile and seemingly
Oke, sekali
clueless.
lagi.
Thoughts on what we've
And
just
now,
seen?
Yeah,
please
well,
turn
I've been on
towards
the
the
losing
screen
side in
for a
games like
special
this, and
presentation
I can tell you
featuring
it
our
really
guest
does hurt.
performance
It's
today.
it's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can
Hello,
see, we are
everybody,
all
and
set.
welcome to
The
today's
game
match.
should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And as you can see, we've already started here. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Mbappe, real chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Son Heung-min. Now it's Neymar. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Haaland. Good read, needed to be. Pass somewhat off target. And it's come back to the keeper. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. There's the hit! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Can he put it away? Sticks it away! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
He's one-on-one. There's the shot. Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's a throw-in. Musiala has ended up in no man's land. He's picked his way through. Irwin made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Bastoni spots it and intercepts.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this.
Messi! In he goes again. There it is. Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Oh, his goal-scoring celebrations are going to be cut short. The flag was up for offside, even if the referee didn't spot it straight away.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Neymar, and he's managed to get free. But now the finish! It's a clearance, but not much of one. Now it's Haaland. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that's another good win of the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's a good foot in there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, decent hit! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Roberto Carlos
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Neymar looking to get on the end of this. And he's intervened well there. Fiddles it through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, that was no routine save.
Son Heung-min really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Pedri. That has not gone well. That's a nicely weighted pass. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good. Hits one! And more, and more, and more! And they are And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Three 0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And they've got a throw. Nicked it back promptly. Conte. Irwin.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got tall. Cleared without complication. That's a little off target. Gets his pass away. Crunching tackle. Pedri. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Conte.
There they go, hunting again.
He is through here. That's very neat. And there's the end of the first half. So no shortage of thrills, no shortage of fireworks, but all very one-sided. We appear perhaps headed for a cricket score at this rate, unless there is a significant change in fortune. It is 3-0 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Chelsea didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune.
Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi. To Beckham. That is a great pick out. Now it's Neymar. Oh no, what has happened here? That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh no, this does not look good.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Beckham. No, again there's no way through. Well timed, excellent interception. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's heaved it away. Pedri. Beckham. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's fabulous. Great chance!
Itu tuh.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So, third quarter of the game.
Mbappe. Number 18.
It's a mighty effort! And yes, it's there! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
The attendance for this match was
So is this the start of a comeback?
71,550.
Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Beckham. Alexander-Arnold. Got the
bocah.
shot away! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Beckham gets it clear. Neymar. It's a goal kick. Menu picks it up from the goal kick. That pass has been well intercepted. And the shot! Goal! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
So, time for changes on both sides,
Number
actually.
11.
So
Son
now the
Heung-min.
difference is
Coming on
3.
the field.
Oh,
Number
super fine.
Erling
Thuram!
Dan
He scores! Players
akhiri
ecstatic,
pertandingan ini
fans
dengan kekalahan.
delirious. This is
Lanjut besok
utopian.
lagi.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Irwin cuts out the pass. Iniesta. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe.
Kocak.
He slid in and that
Bola.
is Ray. Musiala! It's
Dia
in!
dapat bola.
How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Irwin is charging up on the overlap. Another throw-in. Musiala. He could be in here. Palmer. Palmer! Good reason for optimism here. Oh, what a climb! And he's missed it. Kimmich. Roberto Carlos. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. That has been cut short. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Picked out brilliantly. Shapes to shoot! And he's following up! Now, who's going to be first to this? Kimmich. Done delicately. Oh, nicely intercepted. And he's gone looking for safety. That's good vision. All Black can pick that up.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Looks to clip it forward. Musiala. No, he's not getting his way this time. That is a great ball. Musiala looking here to chip it through. Nicely worked. Haaland! He scored! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Chelsea playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them.
Substitution.
That's going to go a long way. And the shot! Oh, great play. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that's that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin